Is anybody still out there? My stream was down for 9 minutes, and I didn't notice. Yeah, that's about how I feel. The heck? Just a second. Okay, so no, it wasn't a matter of refreshing or anything else. The stream literally went down for 9 minutes, and I didn't notice. I don't know how much of this you have missed. I have been going through this water temple, like solving its puzzles and whatnot, and I suddenly look over and the big red bar at the bottom of my screen says, stream has been disconnected, attempting to reconnect. And I was like, oh, did that just happen? And I checked the notification, and no, 9 minutes ago it says. Yeah, 13 minutes ago now. Oh my gosh. Thank you to everybody who stuck around. I had no idea the stream was down for a bit. Hell of a game, I guess, right? Oh, the sound is so desynced. Connection thing too, not just echo. Yeah, when nobody's talking, I always have to wonder if people can even see the stream, because I had that happen before. I have actually had that happen, where for whatever reason, the chat's just not showing on my screen, and I can't figure out why. I get that a lot of people just lurk in the background and just like have me on as background noise, and I appreciate that. That doesn't bother me at all. It's more just the fact that when nobody's there, I don't even know if the stream's functioning properly or not. And this time it wasn't. I had no idea. Anyway, there's a place in here where we can get a refill on... Well, not even a refill. There's a place in here where we can fill a bucket. And that's what we're looking for. There's where the water can fill a bucket is. Back on the water ride, yeah. I'm just sitting here in disbelief that I was so absorbed in the game that I didn't even notice my stream went down. And And it's not even that I didn't notice, it's that I didn't notice for 9 full minutes. I was just playing the game, and I was assuming people were just lurking. Which I am totally fine with people doing. But no, I was actively not streaming for 9 minutes and didn't even notice. This might actually be the key to my problem. Yep, that's it. I was just stupid. Okay. Bucket. Oh, that was an adorable sprite animation. Let's see if we can actually get the treasure chest this time that I keep missing. Go. Ah! Come on! Why you gotta be like that? The solution is always paranoia. Good games will do that, but this is your setting. You're a professional streamer like Cecil. You were in the shower. That's fine. I do not mind people having to go do real life stuff. I don't mind them lurking. I'm just... I am in disbelief that I didn't even notice. This is a great game, though. Not every game makes me completely zone out from reality like this. It's such a fun world. I just want to live in this place for a bit, you know? Really makes me curious what on earth a 3D Monster World game would be like, because I know that's what the guy says he wants to make. He always wanted to do a 3D Monster World game. And I don't think he means like, oh, it has 3D graphics. I think he means like he wanted to make like a 3D entry. I don't quite know what that would look like, but he hasn't disappointed me yet, so I am willing to see what that looks like. And, you know, he already proved that they can do 3D graphics for the series that do it like justice. Like, Asha in Monster World looks very cute. Time to use Mr. Bucket. No, not Mr. Bucket! That is never going to leave my head, is it? That song. Oh, I'm definitely going to use this bucket again. You think I play like a cross between Banjo-Kazooie and Shantae? You're welcome. Dang it. I could see that a little bit, Falco. I'm definitely curious. And again, he's already proven he can do the actual universe justice with 3D graphics, so I don't have to worry about that. It's just, okay, you're doing a game set in the Monster World, like, universe, but it's 3D. Alright, what does that look like? You know? Although I will admit, it'll be cool to kill monsters and watch them, like, have a coin spin out of them, like in the 2D games. That'll be fun. I really am curious what comes next for the series, since, yeah, he seemed very excited to make more of them. Now. What's in the treasure chest? I want to know. Ah, awesome. I will take bonus hit point. Well then, what is through these? Now. Don't I already have a bucket of water? Yeah. Haven't I already been here? Yeah, I have. So, what about over here? Here's your idea. A 3D hack and slash for puzzle room dungeons like in the Wild Arms series, a bit modern to Zelda as well. Hopefully without the constant degrading weapons. Man, everybody hates that except for me. Everybody hates that mechanic in Breath of the Wild except for me. I have never met a single other person who likes that mechanic. Although I do agree with you, it would not fit into Monster World. I'll say that. Whew. There we go. Already almost to another thing. That was a good reward. I'm gonna have to go back and refill the water though. How it works. You know me, you're different than Zelda. This person feel like we had a place with the growth trees progression of a monster world. No, I agree with that. 100%. Man, Wild Arms is one I missed out on as a kid. Well, I've never gotten to play any of it. I became aware of it as an adult. And all I could think looking at Wild Arms was how the fuck did this pass me by as a kid? Honestly, I'd love to play the first one on PS1. I know some people are averse to early PS1 RPGs, but not me. Degrading weapons is decidedly unsatisfying mechanic, though. It's sort of a machine joint sticking off any insulation. Again, we've had this discussion off stream, Falco. I've never minded it at all. I don't see a real problem with it. I was constantly having to look for new resources. I could never rely on one weapon type. I had to make sure I was well stocked. I never ran out of weapons. I should make that clear. There was never a point in Breath of the Wild where I felt like I was somehow unarmed. I never reached that point. I did not mean to... I know, buddy. Hold on. I can help you. Hold on. There we go. Weapon degradation is the answer to the question, how do we put weapons everywhere and give them value? I don't know. It didn't bother me. It felt like I was constantly, you know, just on the hunt for new stuff. I could make sure that every weapon being disposable also meant I didn't get attached to any weapons. They were just a resource. There we go. I was unsure why that didn't give me anything. Okay. I'm not saying I'd put it in any of my games, at least not without a good reason, but it's definitely not one of my favorite... I don't know, it didn't bother me. I thought it was fine. I never felt like I was in danger of not having weapons on me. I never felt like none of them were useful. Everything had a time and a place. There was a time to use your arrows, there was a time to use your swords, there was a time to use your spears, there was a time to use your guardian weapons, which was against guardians. Like, everything had a use and a purpose. A time to love. Dead Rising and its useful use items. It's specifically done so you don't get company with one type, but it needs to be done carefully. You like getting attached weapons in previous games I'll train before? I don't know. To be fair, previous Zelda games didn't give you stuff like spears and axes, and this was the first Zelda game to give you a bunch of different weapon types to use. Previously, it was swords and whatever tools you wound up picking up. Swords and your, dang it, I didn't want to do that. How can you do this to me, game? But, like, I never got... I don't know, I never felt like it was a problem. I can see that frickin'... I can see that gem up the top of that. I will get that. The game will not deny me. That is not how this works. No, I refuse. Absolutely not. There we go. Ha-ha! Did it. A stick that never breaks. Weapon degradation stole my stick after only Ganon bat. I don't even understand why you would want to do that. Other than for the lulz, which... I mean, hey, I'm not gonna judge, but... You wanna beat up the Prince of Darkness with stick, go right ahead, but like... I don't know, that just doesn't even occur to me as something I'd want to do. Also, the stick should break. Logically, out of everything in the game that is a weapon, the stick should break. It's a stick. I do not understand the controversy here. Ow. And you know what? It still fits in with Breath of the Wild's overall, like the theming of it. It's a survival game, partially, you know? Part of the whole thing is about survival. That's it. You said Zelda fans are not happy with the idea because it's not what they're used to in a long-standing series. It doesn't occur to me as even being a problem, because to me it's not. I cannot stress enough, I like the degrading weapons in Breath of the Wild. I like, not even like, don't care. No, I actively liked them. It's one of the things that made the game fun for me. Especially once I learned... Okay, I don't know. You gotta remember, Wirebrain, I am a Zelda fan. About the Zelda game. I feel like you might be... Somebody's still bitter that Twilight Princess got all the attention after Okami. I can see that from a mile away. Not that you're wrong. There's definitely something annoying about one game coming out that you would, you know, fans of the series would probably like if they gave it a shot. And then, you know, the same concept comes out a few years later and it's just like, what? Now, to be fair, I do believe Okami has grown in popularity as time goes on, so that's been nice to see, but I don't know. Come on. Ah! Get out of here. Ow. Now, you gotta remember, the thing about Breath of the Wild is that Breath of the Wild completely changed the Zelda formula up. Like, it's not like any of the previous ones. It is completely different. That's actually what excited me about it, because I was kind of bored with how 3D Zelda games had been up to that point. That's actually... I can speak about this as somebody who was a Zelda fan. I remember when Skyward Sword came out. People seem to forget that when that game came out, people bitched about it. Like, a lot. Okay? Okay, what's going on? He's throwing his children at me. It's a mohawk bird throwing... I am trying to figure this out. Hold on. No, he's not. What on earth? Okay, I can stop him from attacking as long as I get up close and attack first. I'm kind of understanding the method here. Okay, then that was weird. That's a dodo of the streets. Okay, yeah, so back to what I was saying about Skyward Sword. That game came out and people bitched about it. Like I'm not kidding. I was there. People bitched about it because it was so linear. It was a quest. That's the way I can put it. It was a quest. It was, you go from point A to point B. The game was very focused on its story, its presentation. It's admittedly very impressive motion plus gimmick. The fact that the sword was basically 1-to-1, like, that was impressive, but it was a thing. People were not happy about it, and people's frustration with 3D Zelda had been growing for a bit. So Nintendo's response to that was to go, okay, they want different Zelda. Let's give them different Zelda. And that's where Breath of the Wild comes in, because Breath of the Wild was an extreme departure from what had been done beforehand. The Okami Resurgence, it's a gorgeous game, but beautiful young God, haven't we the same studio? I'm serving one of those. I don't know, honestly. Okami, actually no, I know what it is, Zatara. Out of everything you just listed there, Okami was the most successful. It's a money thing. Okami is easily the most marketable of those. You want to tell me they can market Godhand now? It's a fact. You think I'm sick of Zelda games? They're just getting ignored by Zelda games because it doesn't have the label. James Frighten's fanboys. Definitely, I've met Zelda fans like that. I'm not arguing there. It's super annoying to tell somebody who likes Zelda games, oh, you like Zelda, try this. Try this, you know? And they don't wanna, because it's not actually, it's like, you know, if you step aside your comfort space, you find more things you like. I've met people like that. That's definitely true. Can I get up there? No, I can't. But, it's interesting because that was actually the thing that made Skyward Sword, not Skyward, that was the thing that made Breath of the Wild so exciting for me, was the fact that they were changing the formula completely. Because for as long as I can remember, it was, you had 3D Zelda and 2D Zelda, and that was it. You didn't deviate from those formulas, except in very small ways. But after Skyward Sword, Nintendo really took the complaints fans had about that to heart. They were all like, okay, so you don't want a giant linear adventure. You don't, you know, they started thinking about it. And before Breath of the Wild came out, they actually made another little game. It was a little bit more of a safer bet because they were banking on nostalgia with it a little bit, and that was Link Between Worlds on 3DS, which was kind of a sequel to, well, not even kind of, it was a sequel to, you know, Link to the Past, one of the most popular Zelda games. But within the structure of that game, they changed things a bit. Oh, hold on. Give me water. Oh, damn it! And I would walk 500 miles. Here we go again. It's a little beautiful Okami, but Okami did bring it to light. Yeah. No, I love Link Between Worlds. It's actually one of my favorite Zelda games, Satara. And I thought, I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it after the changes they made to the formula, but it was the weapon rental system at the start of the game. I've heard some people complain about it. They didn't care for it. But what the weapon rental system did was it let you tackle any of the dungeons out of order. There was no specified order to play the game, and it was entirely exploration-driven. And that was them, I guarantee you, that game was them gauging interest in a non-linear Zelda game, essentially. What they were doing. Alright. Phew. I feel like a new man. Thank you for saving my neck. In return, I'll tell you about the secret door. Listen to me carefully. Go back to the stairs and extinguish only the second and fourth flames. Good luck to you. Okay. That's clever. Okay, only the second and fourth flames, he says. Ah, what are these guys doing back? I killed them once already. But yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so second and fourth flames. So, this one? And this one, right? Ha! It's a good hint. I like that. That's clever, actually. Going back to an area to, okay, I can't stress enough how much I like that. That's really clever. This is actually giving me the same kick I'd get out of solving some of the older Zelda dungeon puzzles. This is nice. Call up below if you fall into the water. Hold up underwater to slow yourself. And you haven't told me that for the entire fucking dungeon because? Oh, because when you say underwater... Oh. Oh, you mean save yourself from drowning. Oh. That's new. That butt shake is adorable. This whole game's freaking adorable. I love the whole thing. Like, it's just so aesthetically pleasing. You know? Oh! Bastard! Come back here. There we go. Damn it! Gotta be quicker on the draw. But yeah, Breath of the Wild was just a huge shift, and some people absolutely adored it. It was the best-selling Zelda game in years. I can't stress that enough. That was a big success for Nintendo. There's a reason why they overdid Breath of the Wild the last couple of years, and it's because it literally sold better than any previous Zelda game. It's their biggest success in years, and it's why they went all in on doing it until everyone got tired of it. Because that's how big million-dollar companies work. Oh, you all like that? Then you're gonna like it if we do it a million more times. Which is strangely very un-Nintendo. Usually when they make a sequel to something, it's, they always change stuff up. They always give it like a new gimmick, right? So the fact that they just made Breath of the Wild again with Tears of the Kingdom, which, yeah, it was, that's kind of what it was. It's very weird that Nintendo went that route with it, you know? I have no better way to put it other than that it's just very un-Nintendo. There we go. Breath of the Wild was Banjo, nuts and bolts. Yeah, funny enough, I didn't like Banjo, Nuts and Bolts at all, but I do really like Breath of the Wild. I can't stress that enough. I think that game's fantastic. I understand that several Zelda fans are tired of it because it's not the Zelda they're used to. Oh gee, we're going back to that. Yeah, even a company like Nintendo got cynical. Hey look, we're back where we started. I'm sorry, I just realized that as I said it. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, there are several Zelda fans who are not happy with Breath of the Wild as it is right now because they don't want... even I'm tired of Breath of the Wild at this point. Like, I don't want another Breath of the Wild centric game. I can't stress that enough. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm cool with no more Breath of the Wild. We've had 3 games set in that universe. It's a little tiresome at this point, you know? No! Where was my buddy? He didn't come save me. You're only aware of 2 games? Oh, yeah! I know why y'all forgot about the 3rd one as well. Let me see if I have it in here right now. Because my brother was using the Wii U earlier. Yeah. Because everyone forgot about the spin-off. Yeah, the Hyrule Warriors one. Because this is part of it. Part of it. It's set in the Breath of the Wild universe. It uses the Breath of the Wild characters, Breath of the Wild world. It does some stupid time travel shenanigans for the story, which killed my interest in the game, but it's a thing. So yeah, not 2, 3 Breath of the Wild centric games. All right. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. This is the second Hyrule Warriors, Wirebrain. You're not a Zelda guy, so there's actually 2 Hyrule Warriors. The second one should be in here. No, it's not. Because one of my siblings ran off of it. I have Tokyo Mirage Sessions over here, though. No. The first Hyrule Warriors was a fantastic Dynasty Warriors Zelda game. I love the first Hyrule Warriors. I will play the hell out of it. Oh, it's up here. There it is. That's the first Hyrule Warriors. I went out and bought this full price the day it came out. I won't lie about that. That is how hyped I was for Zelda Dynasty Warriors. Age of Calamity, I haven't actually played yet. My brother's played it. My dad's played it. I didn't because... I think I have to kind of stop and explain why it bothered me so much, and it's because when the trailers drop... So in the backstory of Breath of the Wild, there's actually a pretty dark backstory to the whole game. It takes place 100 years after this calamity that happened that nearly wiped out everything. Link was there, as was Zelda, as were other heroes. Everyone who wasn't Link or Zelda wound up getting killed. They all died tragically. And a large portion of Breath of the Wild's story is about setting their souls at peace. Like, that's the thing. The backstory of the game is surprisingly somber, which is part of what I liked about Breath of the Wild. It's also fairly non-intrusive. You don't have to know any of that unless you go looking for it, which is fun. I went looking for it because I am a lore nut, and I loved searching out all the memories, searching for all the extra dialogue. That was my jam with that game. But anyway, so there's this big war that's like the backstory of the game, and we see parts of it with like the flashbacks that you can go and track down. However, much of it is left unsaid. But then Nintendo drops a trailer for a new Hyrule Warriors game. And this new Hyrule Warriors game is set during that giant war, right? The Age of Calamity is what it was called. So it's set during that war. And the first trailer they dropped is super dramatic. It's telling you all about how this is going to be the tale of that war, of what happened to everybody. And I'm getting amped up because it's like, oh my gosh, this is like Breath of the Wild. This is like what Halo Reach was for the Halo series, which, yeah, that's another series I don't talk much about my love of. I mean, my love of Zelda's obvious. Look at the friggin' sweater I'm wearing. But, yeah, I do actually like Halo. But yeah, I thought it was going to be this really cool look at the, it was going to be a Warriors game where I actually cared about the story, right? That was my assumption from that first trailer. That first trailer did not even hint at the bullshit they were going to pull. Alright? Because second trailer drops, as well as all the later ones, and they pull the Rob, they pull the Rob out on you. Which is that, oh, it's not actually that story. We pull time travel shenanigans. So now everyone can be saved, and the characters from 100 years in the future that are in Breath of the Wild can come back in time to be part of the story, and it's just a giant clusterfuck of fan service, and I stopped caring. I didn't want to play the game anymore, because I wanted to actually go into the cool, like, war lore that they put in the game. You know, the actually interesting stuff. Not a bunch of time travel fan service bullshit that I was just gonna roll my eyes at. Like, no. I don't need a way to save everybody, Nintendo. That kind of defeats the entire purpose of what happens in Breath of the Wild. One of the best things about that game was how dark and somber the backstory was. Like, they didn't need to fix that. So yeah, I tapped out of playing Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I was like, nope, I'm not interested in time travel bullshit. I wanted to actually learn the story of what happened. And you're not going to give me that. Sometimes it sucks being somebody who cares about the story in video games, because then you realize the people making the games don't actually give two shits about the story. There was another game I thought, oh yeah, fighting games. Fighting games! I'm one of the only people I know who cares about fighting game stories, because when they're done well, they're actually really cool. SNK has a great track record of that, even if the localizations haven't been the best. But then I look at other things, and it's like, oh wow, everything else. Yeah. Street Fighter! Oh my gosh, they're moving past Bison! Finally! He got killed off in 5, even though 5's story was terrible, but yeah, they killed him off in 5. He wasn't in 3. There's a lot of reasons he wasn't in 3. Oh, cool, and 6 is going to be set in the future. All the characters have grown up. There's so much you can do with this. There's so many, and Bison's alive again. He has amnesia, though. But he's Bison. Oh. They did the same thing with Heihachi. Okay, I am gonna stop here. I know Tekken's story is fucking ridiculous, okay? I know that. I've been following the series since I was a kid. I know, I get it. The whole thing's basically a soap opera about a family. About the Mishima family. It's a soap opera with lots of punching. I get it. I know. But when you make an entire game whose whole story and marketing campaign is centered around closing the central story arc of the game with the death of a character who has cheated death twice already. When you do that, and it doesn't even take until the next game's first DLC wave for you to come back. I cannot put into words how much that Heihachi trailer pissed me off. Because it's just like, yeah, Heihachi's back because it's Tekken. He's back because it's Tekken. Like, yeah, okay, the story doesn't fucking matter. Okay, I get it, Namco. The story is a vehicle for you to sell more waifus to people. I get it now. I understand. All of my interest in Tekken just evaporated. Nice. Good going. You know, we give Arc System Works crap sometimes, but at least they actually make stories with interesting characters and they don't do bullshit like that. Am I praising BlazBlue's clusterfuck of a story right now? Yes, I am. Frankly, it's not even that bad. It's just a lot of confusing terms. Once you understand what all the confusing terms mean, it's actually not that complicated of a story. Yeah, don't even fucking argue with me. Don't even. Arc does time shenanigans. They do, but they do it in a way where it doesn't feel blatantly transparent. Like, okay, every BlazBlue game would constantly bring back all the old characters. It was asset reuse over and over. But when the time came to close the story out, they did. Do enjoy fighting game stories. You're the guy who had to edit localized the KOF manual. That's cool. Virtua Fighter doesn't have... I know Virtua Fighter has a story, but Virtua Fighter doesn't have a story. I know they have it. I actually do know the lore of Virtua Fighter, but it might as well not exist. Yeah. Tekken was entirely bonkers, and Heihachi was constantly jerked around more than a few times. Slash movies. He was waiting for Tekken to do the final chapter only for a new sequel. Pretty much. Yeah, nah. I have a problem where I hate it when they make a big deal out of a story event where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna... It's really annoying me because they made killing Heihachi the entire point of Tekken 8. Like, that's the whole story mode. That's what it's about, is leading up to Heihachi's final match with Kazuya and how that all goes down. It's leading up to that. It's making a point of it. And that's it. That's it. And in the next game, Heihachi Mishima has been resurrected. He might be a little insane in the head because he's been brought back from the dead. Literally brought back from the dead this time. Fuck, it's stupid. And it's a fighting game, so the story is always stupid. But this is too stupid even for a fighting game. Frankly. Don't get me started on Mortal Kombat's clusterfuck of a lore, where they keep rebooting everything. SNK is the only company I can look at and say, yeah, their stories mattered. When they finally did pull time shenanigans in KOF 15, I'll be real with y'all, that shit felt earned. Most of these characters had been dead for decades. Virtua Fighter is weird. It's just in the manuals. Yeah, the new one. Or the weird GameCube game. You mean the Game Gear game that is based off the anime, which I actually do. I do like that game. Well, not that game, that anime. I like that anime. It's goofy. But yeah, SNK is the only ones I trust to actually treat their characters and stories with respect still. And again, when they brought back people in KOF 15, that felt earned, honestly. They built to that. Even as much as I hate Ash Crimson, I wasn't actually upset to see him alive again alongside literally everyone. There's actually interesting story implications they can do with that now that they've done that. There's lots of interesting stuff they can do with KOF's story doing that in 15. Which, reminder, it took them 15 games before they even tried pulling shit like that, okay? I give SNK a pass for that. And it is my sincerest hope that... Okay, so here's the thing. When the DLC for City of the Wolves hits, I guarantee you Geese Howard will be among them. I am trusting you, SNK, to not bring him back in the story. Leave him canonically dead. Bring him back as a... as Nightmare Geese. That's fine. Have him be an apparition. Do not resurrect him or have him have been alive the whole time. I will fucking riot if the story of City of the Wolves leads up to Geese Howard having been alive the whole time. I will throw a fit. I will be severely upset if that's what it leads to. Because that is the most boilerplate, least interesting you can do. And yet, all I see Fatal Fury fans talking about is how much they want to see Geese Howard back because he's so badass. Because I am the only person who gives a shit about this, apparently. Tekken 8 was such an asshole, they did the same shit in the previous Tekken where Heihachi flew away from Volcano Explosion like Wile E. Coyote. Oh, are you talking about, Hold on. You're talking about... What the fuck? I have it. Where's Tekken 5? The hell? It's not on my shelf. KOF Maximum Impact 2, Fatal Fury, World Heroes, Street Fighter, Virtua Fighter 4, Dead or Alive 2, Soul Calibur 2. Where's Tekken? Where's Tekken 4 and 5? Why aren't they on my shelf? What? Who bought Tekken 4 a bus ticket? Yeah, Sega Classic Selection, Taito, Kengo, Sonic Mega Collection, Mega Man X Collection. The fuck? Okay, so I own Tekken 5, but it's not on the shelf right now. Even if it does, maybe Rock kills him. No. I do not want Rock to meet his father. I cannot stress that enough either. That would defeat the entire point of him, to me. Having him go up against... I can see it in my head. I can see it. I can literally see Rock proclaiming, "I'm not like you," fighting his dad. That would be the most cliche shit ever. I would hate it. Please let Fatal... Okay, you guys might not understand why this is so important to me. Okay? I know this is weird. And I know it's something that might not make sense to understand why I care so much about this. Despite the wacky translations Fatal Fury has gone through over the years, the story of Fatal Fury has actually always been very important to the identity of the series. This, no, see, Sayla, that would be fine. Within the lore of Fatal Fury, after Geese's canonical death in Real Bout Fatal Fury 1, after his canonical death there, he has shown up a few times as a secret boss, as Nightmare Geese. And in that case, I'm cool with it, because he's not actually alive. He's not back in any tangible form. It's the memory of him that's causing all this. And in a world where there's already mystic martial arts scrolls and whatnot, I can live with that. I am going to hate it if they just bring him back to bring him back. That's going to suck. And the reason it's going to suck is because, in spite of all the pin-headed son of an ice cream maker dialogue, Fatal Fury's story has always been intrinsically important to what Fatal Fury is. It was one of the first fighting games to even bother making the story front and center. It's one of the first ones to have proper cutscenes bringing the story along. And the story itself took itself seriously. Like, that was a serious story of revenge. That's how it starts out. And pride and ego. It was a very serious story, despite the funny localizations. And Geese's death in Real Bout Fatal Fury is one of the best villain death scenes in any fighting game ever. Because in the original Fatal Fury, he's knocked from Geese Tower by Terry. That's what's happening. He falls to his death, supposedly. He winds up surviving. This was revealed later on. He had the scrolls. You know the scrolls that people are fighting over in Fatal Fury 3? Those mystic scrolls? Like, I forget what the second... The Dragon Scroll and the Phoenix Scroll, I think. Geese actually had the Phoenix Scroll. It's what let him come back from that first death. In Real Bout Fatal Fury, he has gathered both scrolls from the previous game and destroyed them to make sure nobody else can use them. It was literally... That's his pride getting in the way. That's him going, nobody can use this against me, and I don't need them. So he destroyed both of them. So at the end of the game, Terry is having his battle with Geese, and he knocks him off the tower again. But this time, Terry catches him. Because even after everything Geese has done, Terry's grown as a person. He's learned to let go of his vengeance and his hatred, and he's willing to give Geese another chance. So he catches him, and Geese looks him right in the eyes, and just slaps his hands away so he can fall to his death, because Geese would rather die than be saved by Terry Bogard. It is one of the best villain deaths in any fighting game ever. Yeah. It's perfect, down to every last detail. Immaculate. So for him to come back in any way, shape, or form after that is nothing but an ass pull. I will not accept it. I will not be happy about it, and I will bitch about it to the ends of the earth. So do not do it, SNK. I cannot put into words how disappointed I would be. He did the exact same thing to Rock. Yes! That's actually part of what makes it important to Rock. It's the biggest piece of dog shit. That's how I'm gonna feel, yeah. Gosh, I hope that's... I have no doubt that the gameplay of City of the Wolves is going to be absolutely fantastic. SNK has been knocking it out of the park gameplay-wise with their fighting games. I do not have a doubt that that is going to go well. I think it'll be fantastic. I have severe reservations about the story of Fatal Fury because it's been years since they revisited it. Fatal Fury is not King of Fighters, so it can't pull all sorts of crazy interdimensional space alien bullshit. It's different. It's not the same. I don't know if the devs working on it realize that. And moreover, there's a lot of fans out there clamoring for the return of Geese. Because a lot of people out there don't give a shit about the story. You know? And I'm worried that SNK is going to go ahead and say, fuck the story, give the fans what they want. When the answer here is to still care about your story, just bring back Geese as a non-canonical thing. Dream matches and nightmare matches have been a thing in SNK's catalog for years. All of their big franchises have it. There's been dream matches in Fatal Fury. That's what Real Bout 2 is. There's been dream matches in KOF. We know about those, 98. There's been a dream match in Samurai Showdown. There's been a few dream matches in Samurai Showdown, actually. So SNK is used to having non-canonical content in their games. So my hope is that when they put Geese into City of the Wolves, which will happen, they do it in a way that still keeps the story intact. And it really feels like I am the only person who actually cares about the story in this game. I want to know where it's going. I care about the characters in this game. I want to see where their stories lead them. So if the stories are not written with some level of care, it's gonna be bad. And this to work on the old game, Girl Marks the Wolves. What was known as Joe Yabuki in the first place. Nice, big on fiction story, but tell me this is going to be crazy. Yeah, I'm hopeful that things turn out well, but I am worried that they will give the fans what they want, if that makes sense. Because guess what? This is going to be controversial. Sometimes it's not good to give the fans what they want. That's going to be controversial to say, but it's not always a good idea to give the fans what they want. And in this case, yeah, I don't think we need to give Geese Howard back in the story. That's really stupid. Where's my boy Duck King? I have no idea. Duck King rules. Yeah. So that was a little tangent for y'all. I like fighting games. Alright. I also like this game. This game is awesome. I probably need to reset my thing. Standpoint of the great Shaggy rant. Please unbuckle your belt once the video comes to a pulling. Please stop. So, it's been a while since I had a big rant like that too. I haven't done one of those in a bit. That makes me happy. There is a game. Yes. Let me quickly reset the capture so that the things work through. What was the game anyway? We're playing Monster World 4. Which is the final classic entry in the Wonderboy series. Really, really good game. Like, out of everything in the series, this is definitely the most, Oh, whoa. Okay, hold on. This little critter does all sorts of fun things. Fighting game. You play this game, Mr. I Love Video Game Fighter Store, sit with me and soon. Yes, what game were you ready to bring up? Because I did say I'm normal. You know what game I'm referring to? Not sure, but I will say God Hand is something I'm planning to play. Don't throw anything in without good reason. Sparkle can be sold at a high price. Bucket, okay. Oh, answer me this. Thought of yesterday. Was that a silver bucket? No. Alright, then it was a gold bucket. No. It wasn't the bucket of legend, was it? Nah. Well, you seem to be for at heart. You may be able to save the moon spirit. Now prepare for battle and dive into this well. Legend of Zelda trained me well for that moment. Honesty is a virtue. Death by Degrees. Oh! Death by Degrees, yeah, the Tekken spinoff with Nina Williams. I could play that. Is it the cheeseburger that comes quickly stop, or is it the cheeseburger vehicle? Oh man, that gives me an excuse to play this clip now. Oh, come on. How does it go? I think it's just...
Have you had the chance to try any hamburger?
There we go. Let's see, what did Sayla say up here? Yeah. He's just rock hallucinating. Didn't Street Fighter get weird the last couple games, or you're misremembering? Twin stick fighting and Ari Illumini making the... Yeah, I should. Alumni is what I meant to say. Yeah, no, I should give that a shot at some point. There's a lot of things I would like to play that I missed out on. I should do that. And yeah, Street Fighter goes 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 6. It's fucked. Okay, I am the water wizard. It's no use saving the spirits now. Everything is going according to our plan. We couldn't have the spirits interfering, so we locked them up. Now, time to do battle. Alright. I have to learn a new pattern. Well, I think I have this figured out. Dude, you kinda suck. Alright, what are you doing next? Oh, he's like a spider fish. I have no extra health. I'm gonna die. Yep. Damn it. It's time for them in the plots themselves. Okay. So...
Fatality.
Seriously.
Flawless victory.
How far back does that put me? Man, it's 1 in the morning. I don't think Grant's gone live yet. The alpha gets to take place first, and then it's 2, 3, 4. That is correct, actually. Okay, so timeline.
And I'm not normal!
Jagos. Quick addendum to that. Rose and Bison are no longer connected. He severed their connection in Street Fighter 4 somewhere, I think. I think that at the start of 5. But he severed their connection. Yeah, I don't think it's doing a stream either, Wirebrain. I saw his message earlier. He's debugging the API for the January stuff, and yeah, that takes a while. I don't know what exactly he was doing. No, I was just checking to see some other things. That said, but yeah, no, Bison and Rose aren't connected, which is why his death in 5 was supposed to be permanent. They literally build up to that. They make it like a big point. It's, oh, we've removed all of Bison's contingency plans that we established in previous games. He doesn't have those anymore. Okay, cool, so he's gonna stay dead this time. That's what you're telling me. He's gonna stay dead so the other villains introduced in 3 can, you know, take a front seat. That's what you're saying, right? And Capcom, with a finger crossed behind their back, says, yep, we cleared the board. But it's not really Street Fighter if Bison doesn't show up, right? Okay, everybody, you're forcing our hand. He's the first DLC character in our next season. Fuck you. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. Sort of 5, gotta be. It's pretty focused on Force League Play Alpha. It's coming out today, and you can do Blade Chimera. Yeah, it's by the same studio that made that D-Lit and Wonderland game. Yeah, Lotus Metroid. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. They make good stuff. Oh, I have to fight the Dodo again? Really? They made me go back quite a ways. You know, I gotta hand it to this game. It has not held my hand. I like Punk Dodo. Okay, there we go. Defeated. Can I just... Hold on. I should go save the other guy, but I want to see if this even works. Like, is this a flag programmed in the game? It is! That's neat. I like that. Now, the overall storyline of Street Fighter is not that complex. It's more or less... It's two things. It's Bison's attempts to increase his own power through researching psycho energy, as well as trying to find alternate sources of power. And then the other half is Ryu's battle against the Satsui no Hado. Basically his dark side. That's it. That's kind of been the whole thing since the Bison stuff came first. And there wasn't really much of a focus on a story in the first Street Fighter-like games. Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2, not a big focus on the story. Alpha was where story started becoming a focus, and that was where they really... You know, that's why they brought up why does Bison want to why does Bison want to capture Ryu? Why is Bison even in the story? Alpha answered that, as well as bringing up the whole Satsui no Hado plot points. And from that is where everything else kind of branches out from. And in 5, the story for that game definitively ended both of those, and it fucking sucked the way they pulled it off. Ryu literally solved his emotional problems off screen. Anyway, but yeah, both of those plot points were resolved. And, yeah. I don't really have anything else to say about it. It's just, they resolved it. Bison's contingencies were all cut off, and he was killed off. Ryu no longer has to struggle with the Satsui no Hado. Like, those were cleared off. So the entire board is cleared off for the events of Street Fighter 3. And, Street Fighter, 6, technically, as well. And the plots of that game, Street Fighter 3, revolve around a new organization known as the Illuminati, which is headed up by Gil. And they have their own things going on. Their ideas, their plot was a little vague, but it was a thing. And then 6 has its own whole new thing going on where it's mostly focusing on the characters just going on their like spiritual martial arts journeys, right? And there's even some leftover Shadow Law Empire, Shadowloo soldiers, like members, right? That are in the story doing their own things. Like Balrog's still kicking around, Vega's still there. There's that kid that was one of Bison's clone bodies, I forget his name. Ed, yeah, Ed's still there. Kinda figuring out what he's supposed to do, you know, because he's like, well, I'm a clone of Bison, but I am my own person, and I don't want to turn into Bison. What? And that shouldn't really cause any problems, the fuck? You know. Yeah. It's Bloodsport, the ninja stuff, the check horse. Yeah. It was also that Street Fighter anime movie. That movie's awesome. That did come after the game. Balrog had a fun... Yeah! No, I love what they do with Balrog. That made me happy. And you know what? As much as I hate them bringing back Bison, like, at least they're trying to do something with him, but I still feel like all it's going to lead to is him being a villain again. Like, they're not going to do anything interesting with the fact that he has amnesia. That would require upsetting the status quo, you know? I would like to see some Final Fight characters show up since the game takes place in Metro City. I do agree with that. Where are you? Friend, buddy, come on, where are you? Shh, damn it. Okay, so I have to push the button once and he comes for me. I just have to make sure I slow myself down. Cody was in jail for being addicted to fighting. That was in Street Fighter Alpha and in Street Fighter 4. He went through a redemption arc. Cody is currently mayor of Metro City after Haggard said that. You gotta understand, years have passed in the Street Fighter canon. just actual years have passed within the Street Fighter canon. So, yeah. Cody did have his redemption arc and became mayor. I don't know what Guy's up to anymore. Guy's just out there doing ninja shit. He got over his addiction eventually, yeah. It's really weird though that they set the series in they set Street Fighter 6 mainly in Metro City. There's other places you can visit too. Like it's called the World Tour mode for a reason. But they set the new game in Metro City, and we have yet to see any Final Fight characters show up. That's really dumb. I agree with that, Wirebrain. And I have been in a group of people for years who keep saying that Capcom is totally making another one. They renewed the trademark. They're doing something with Final Fight. Guys, all the Final Fight stuff they were doing was in preparation for Street Fighter 6. All the rumors we heard about that coming out of Capcom was for Street Fighter 6. I really don't think there's a new Final Fight being made. I don't think that's a thing. Street Fighter, you finally got to play 3 last year. It was 6 or 7. We're only up to 6 right now. And that Ken looks like that in 6. We're only up to Street Fighter 6. Poor Cody was very apathetic. Guy was trying to beat some sense of him, but realized he likes to break out the back end. Yeah. And Hager gave him the city to watch over. That's because Hager's the man. So all I have to do this battle with are my blue hearts. On a PS4 somewhere. Fighting Game Division would be responsible for making a new beat 'em up, and they're focusing Street Fighter 6 right now on a beat 'em up. Yeah, I really don't think a new Final Fight's happening. I would love if it happened. I would be all for it. But I've literally been watching people cope. That's the best way I can put it. I have seen so much cope coming out of people who want a new Final Fight. And I feel like I'm the only person here just acknowledging the fact that it's not going to happen. It's just not happening. Okay, so what do I do against this guy? Is that... Yeah, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do against this one. No. The blue legs? Yeah, I'm not sure. That part was very Sonic. Final Fight movie would be sick. It's gotta be the easiest video game movie to make. Look at everything this console arcade game set up. You play for some minute. Second play with your KOFs. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's somewhere like that in my town too. I've never visited it because they always felt overpriced. Hell, they have Dreamcast games in there that I would totally want to play, but like... Blue was hits, black was armor and guarded. I feel like I saw a hitbox on the black one was still hitting me too. It looks like his underside is somehow his weak spot, but like, I'm not hitting it. But bouncing it up doesn't seem to be the right answer either. I hate these enemies. I really do. Their attacks last just a little bit longer than you think they should. I'm not a fan of them. No weapons or drugs or alcohols, and you have to give them an ID when you go in. That's fine enough. Play center or the blue light. Yeah. I'm gonna have to figure it out. That first phase is easy. And he's back. Cool. That does it. Okay. Oh, come on! Bastard. I have this guy down. Figured out his number. Her? I don't know. It lays eggs. Go. Damn it, why am I a good person? It's a video game, I shouldn't care that much. At least now I know how to skip past some of this. But first of all, come on. No, 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 no. I sent you to blow on that thing. Come on. These things. These gold bars are nice. Think of that. If it's made a bit ago, got an excessive number of points came to mind. Good to know. I do know that some of my opinions on Ava are not the exact same ones that other people have. I got a very different perspective on the series from other people. Partially because I've watched a lot of stuff prior to that influenced Ava. It's more of a complex series than people realize, and not in the pedantic, like, psychological way a lot of people mean that. I mean, like, people miss on just how much that show takes from other anime. Not even just mecha stuff, honestly. Like, if I were to point at some of the biggest influences on Ava, I would actually point at Devilman, which Anno has admitted in the past is one of his influences. The works of Yoshiyuki Tomino, like Gundam and Ideon, those are also all over Ava. Ultraman is all over Ava in particular. Like Nerve is literally just an Ultra team if it was actually like a government-funded team. You even see Anno playing with this idea in his own Ultraman fan film back in the 80s, the Return of Ultraman fan film, which, by the way, if you guys haven't seen that, I highly recommend watching it. It's good. Well, I enjoyed your conversation. I appreciate that. But yeah, even back then, he wanted to portray the paramilitary organization in Gundam more like an actual military organization. Basically what he did was that he mixed the idea of the military organizations, special teams in Ultraman, with the Earth Federation in Gundam, actually. Because if you go back and watch original Gundam, especially, the Earth Federation is not portrayed as Ultraman. Did I say something wrong from Ultraman? Did I say something wrong? I'm kind of... yeah. On the KOF you played, I don't know the number. Some lady at the end, merch for some very crystal like monster. I think that's 14. I think 14 is the one with the lady in the crystal like monster. I might be wrong though. No, maybe that is 15. It's been a while. Earth Federation was scrubbed. Yes! They always have been. That's the whole point of Zeta. Zeta is what happens after they take down, that's what the Earth Federation does after taking down Zeon, is Zeta. They are not the good guys. I've always freaking loved, I've always loved Gundam, ever since I got into it. And especially once I got into UC Gundam, that was kind of where everything really took off for me. Like, I started with, 00, that was my first Gundam. But getting into UC was so awesome. Just understanding the Universal Century, this is gonna sound really fucked up, but I totally get the elitism surrounding it. It is just that good. Yeah, same word. No, I know that. Dude, I remember when you first popped in here, I was like, dude, is that a Gundam username? Is that 0079? And indeed it was. And that was when I knew we were gonna be friends. Anybody who likes OG Gundam that much is gonna be somebody I appreciate hanging out with. Because, yeah, no, it's still my favorite thing from Gundam. Zeta's good too, though. I do really like Zeta. But yeah, Anno did take a lot of inspiration from Tomino's writing. Like, I would argue that's 90% of what Evangelion is him taking Ultraman, taking the Super Robot shows. It wasn't actually the shows. Anno didn't care much for the Super Robot shows that were on at the time, but he did really like the manga. You know which manga he was a fan of? Getter Robo. And if y'all actually read through the Getter Robo manga, I think you're gonna get it, because, ooh, it goes places. People like to say that Ava was the first show to have the professor, or, you know, the guy in charge, essentially, the scientist character be like, I don't know how to put it, you know the role Gendo plays, right? And how he calls Shinji to come pilot the robot, right? But his intentions are not altruistic. Getter Robo did that first. It did it differently, but it did that first. Admit, Getter Robo gets fucking dark. It goes like cosmic It goes like cosmic horror. I love Getter Robo so much. It's so good. First was Gundam Wing, but you like Zeta and original more. Yeah. I don't got the idea for Ava for shows like Devilman, and you got it from a lot of places. Like, people do not understand that Gundam and its portrayal of the Earth Federation was a big influence. That was a thing. It was also Ultraman. There's a lot of Ultraman in there. There's other stuff too. And then of course there's the fact that around the time he was making Evangelion, Anno was really into like psychology. He also hit a massive depressive spiral, which is why the show goes the direction it goes in the second half. Have you guys ever noticed? First, most people like to talk about Evangelion as a deconstruction, which is a valid way of discussing it, even if I think it's missing the mark slightly. No, I don't think Tomino and Anno worked on Endeon together. One of Tomino's... Tomino actually doesn't like Evangelion. He's made that clear. But, to be fair, Tomino's a grumpy old man who doesn't like anything. No, one of Anno's earliest jobs was actually working on the Miyazaki film Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Does anybody in here want to take a guess which part he was involved in helping animate? Because it should be very obvious if you've seen that movie. Because there's something in there that should seem very familiar. By the way, that similarity is not an accident. The giant monster. Yep, the god. Yeah. That is what it was. Yeah, so there's a lot that goes into Evangelion that I think a lot of people just kind of sleep on, and it comes from a place of people not necessarily being aware of what he's homaging in a lot of scenes. Some people say Anno hates anime. I don't think that's true. They've also said he hates mecha. I don't think that's true either. I think that people get that impression because of the second half of Evangelion and the end of Evangelion, which was being made by somebody in a depressive spiral. Also, I should just make it very clear to people who aren't aware yet, I don't like End of Evangelion. I like parts of it. I think it's got great animation. The battle between Asuka and the Angels is fantastic. I don't actually like End of Eva as a whole. I find it to be the exact, pedantic, is that the word I wanted to use? It thinks it's the show I assumed Evangelion was going to be. I don't have a better way to put it other than that. End of Evangelion is what I assumed Eva was going to be the whole way through. Oh, I've seen the rebuild movies, actually. I actually did enjoy them. I know there are people there who did not like them. I enjoyed the rebuild movies. I watched them, and that's actually where I was going with this. Because if Anno hates anime, then why did he remake Eva according to his own vision and made it so much more anime than it was before? And again, going back to the first half of Eva, the deconstructionism parts, like we're pointing at his dad called him in to pilot this giant robot, but it's not for altruistic purposes. I've seen that done before. That was not new. It was new to American audiences who are used to stuff like Voltron for their super robots, but it was not new to anime. And honestly, the vast majority of the first half of the show plays its Monster of the Week formula very straight. It's once you get to the second half when things start getting more abstract and weird. And that's a combination of Anno's mental health at the time, his interest in psychology, as well as the quickly declining budget of the show. And that's kind of why it takes direction it does. Has anybody here actually read up on Anno's original plans for what was going to happen in the second half of Eva, had they not run out of budget? It was not the deconstructionist ideas that eventually went into End of Evangelion. He had something much more anime in mind. It involved a battle on the moon. Like, I'm not even kidding. It involved a battle on the moon. The original plans for Evangelion were far more grand in the grand scheme of things. That's the best way I can put that. It's very weird and interesting to read up on. They had a lot of ideas that they didn't get to use. And the declining budget of the show was the primary reason it didn't turn out the way it was originally envisioned. And the fact that it wasn't turning out the way it was originally envisioned did not help Anno's mental health at all, so that only contributed more to his spiral. And then, of course, there's the ending of the show. I don't know how anybody else feels about the show. I get the ending. And I know that's something people... I know there are people who will hear me say that, and they'll say, bullshit. No, I get the ending. I appreciate the ending of the TV show. I like how the TV show wraps itself up in a thematic sense. It even ends on something of a hopeful note. I do not care for how End of Evangelion interprets things. And I know that, like, the common fan theory, and maybe it's canon, I don't know. People often say that the two, that like, the movie and the ending of the show are happening simultaneously. That doesn't make sense to me with the way End of Eva ends. And I'll tell you this right now. Congratulations. Congratulations. The movie, on the other hand, that actually, you know, Wires had this argument with me before where I don't necessarily like discussing Evangelion, the TV show, as a deconstruction thing. End of Evangelion is 100% a deconstruction, not just of anime and mecha. End of Evangelion is a deconstruction of Evangelion itself. Fueled primarily by Anno's understandable spite towards people about the show itself. He didn't like the fan base that Evangelion has cultivated. And that is very evident. He also didn't like himself, which is actually part of why he portrays Shinji the way he does. He had some very dark thoughts going on. Some people interpret Shinji's behavior in the film as a criticism of otaku culture as a whole, and I think that's true. But I also know for a fact that these are feelings Anno himself has grappled with, that he was also putting into the character. There's a lot of dark themes going on in Evangelion. The reason why Anno hated otaku so much, and even to a degree still does now, it comes from a place of self-loathing, if you guys can believe it. It was about Shinji, it made sense the show ended with Shinji growing and growing beyond it. Yeah! I liked that. I liked the TV show. I cannot stress enough how much I actually really like Evangelion. Like, it's something I am very passionate about. And I love that original TV show. Don't particularly care for End of Evangelion, but I like the Rebuild movies. I know that's something that's a bit contentious among Evangelion fans, but I like them. I agree that the third one's probably the weakest, but even then I liked that one. I didn't mind the weird ending. Yes, I know you have an update windows. You can update when I'm dead. Or asleep. You know, I don't care which. Velusive hasn't recognized a reference for the past hour or so. Yeah, this is my weeb side going on. This is what this is. You got me talking about Eva again. Because I genuinely love it, and I am surprised at how much I loved it, because when I was a teenager, I just refused to watch Evangelion, because the way everybody described it to me, it sounded like it was a show that was tearing apart literally everything I loved about anime. And then I watched it and realized, oh, no, Anno is a depressed, self-loving otaku like I am. I get it now. It's not that he hates anime, it's that he hates himself. There's a difference. Okay, see, that part's easy. The question is, what do I do to damage this guy? See, because can I be under him when he jumps like that? That's the question. Because my instinct is to not be under him when he jumps. And then can I, like, hit him with the up stab? That's the question. That's not working. Okay, yeah, you got it right, Wirebrain. I need to hit him in the back. Okay. See? Okay, we got it. We got this. Okay, the rotation effects in this are very nice. I understand the rules of this boss fight now. This got actually hit him. Let's see. You respect Ava more than you like it. You watch all the series, didn't need to bother with the movies. Hit the blue parts. Yep, I figured it out. It's really weird for me how much I ended up liking Evangelion. It really is, just because, again, I refused to watch it for so long because of what I assumed it was, based on how people described it. And then when I finally decided to bite the bullet and try it out, I discovered a show that I connected with better than I have with anything in a while. I just understood it. I don't have a better way to put it. It was very enjoyable. To the point that I actually wound up watching the TV show twice. I will not lie about that. I actually rewatched the TV show almost instantly after I'd finished it. Listening to the show in the background on my headphones was actually how I accomplished some of my work at the, when I was helping my mom clean the church a while back. That was actually a thing I was doing. I was walking around the church listening to Evangelion in my headphones because I had seen the episodes already, so I could just listen to them. Which gave me a chance to focus on the dialogue, which is cool. Just fun. I enjoyed my time with the show. There we go. Whew, took a few tries, but we figured him out. That I didn't watch it. You liked Ava when you were younger, speaking of someone who had bits of depression at times back then. You could relate to the characters. I related more than I was comfortable with in some instances, but I don't hate Shinji, I should say that. I actually understood him. I understood a lot of his issues. It was kind of like, yeah, no shit, this 14-year-old doesn't want to be involved with this. He was a kid. He had a whole life ahead of him. Now you're making him fight life or death situations against these giant Lovecraftian monsters. You know what the real point of Evangelion is? The point of Evangelion is that Gendo is a fucking dick. There's licenses involved with that ADV dub, Billy. It's easier to make a new dub than to pay all the licenses to get all that. Thank you for saving me. I am the Moon Spirit. It's a cat with devil tail. The water wizard tracked me here. The people of the city are in danger. Yes, it is so. Evil darkness is ever closer to the city. Time is short. The Sun Spirit is in the desert pyramid. Please, save him. The darkness must not spread any further. Well, there we go. It's another temple down. Whew. Time for you to go back to sleep. Night, folks. Thanks for hanging out. It's almost 2 in the morning. We've done a fair bit of this game now. I think this is gonna be man, next month it's just gonna be me, like, wrapping up Wonderboy, isn't it? Ava, it says, some fans suggested anyone who wants to start anime. Oh, man, yeah. I've been there. I can't tell you how much I disagree with that, too. Evangelion is a terrible first choice for anime. It operates off of the assumption that recommendation operates off the assumption that the person you're recommending watch anime doesn't like anime, first of all. I know how this thought process goes, and it is so incorrect, and it's a misunderstanding of what Evangelion is. I don't know why you're bringing it up, Billy. Nobody argued that. Lousy first choice for an anime. It is. Like, even from a deconstruction point of view, it operates off of you already having knowledge of how the genres it's taking from work. So even from that angle, it makes no sense. I don't get it. It's weird. Then it'd be like me. Okay, I'd have to think about something. I'd have to think about an anime I like that I know is a terrible first choice for somebody to jump into. I don't know. Because Macross I'd recommend as a first anime to certain types of people. This is the thing. There's no one-size-fits-all recommendation. That is a firm belief I hold. there is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all recommendation. You always want to custom fit your recommendation to whoever you're talking to specifically. So, certain people I would be like, hold on, you're a fan of, Mech Warrior, right? Right? Have you ever checked out the original Gundam? No, don't think about any of the later Gundams. Don't think about Wing, don't think about G, don't think about 00. You ever checked out original 0079, Gundam? You know? You wouldn't recommend Galaxy Quest, so exactly, that's a great way to think about it. That's just, I don't know. I'm looking at some of the anime I have over on this other shelf, too, and it's just like, I don't know, Project Eiko, that ain't a bad first choice. Sakura Wars, I could even work with. Castle of Cagliostro, yeah, those are solid. To the right people, I could recommend those. Over here, I got Cowboy Bebop. That's usually the one-size-fits-all recommendation from most people. Actually, this is gonna sound weird. Even though there are certain elements of anime within it, this Cowboy Bebop's one I would recommend to people who aren't usually into anime, because Cowboy Bebop honestly builds most of what it's about off of American film tropes. That's definitely one I can make the recommendation for. I've got Trigun down here. Got some Pat Labor movies, Ghost in the Shell 2, Mazen Kaiser, which I didn't buy that for anybody else. I bought Mazen Kaiser for me. I love Mazen Kaiser. That was a good purchase. Macross 2. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend that to people because it's Macross 2. Highlander Search for Vengeance. Oh, gosh, no. Not that one. You see him as a dweeb. I mean, fair enough. I was a dweeb once. Okay, but here's the question, Billy. Do you know why Mazen Kaiser is one of the best Mazinger series? Do you know why? That's the question. Do you understand what makes Mazen Kaiser great? Check out whatever seems interesting and cool to you. Your first starting with the F1, that's different. Check out the rest of the... See, that's where I actually agree with Pete. If somebody is all like... Here's the thing. The questions here are different. If somebody sees a show and they think it looks cool, then yeah, give it a try. You might like it. That's an easy recommendation. I'm talking about the theoretical. Somebody's all like, hey, you're into anime, right? What would you recommend I watch? And that's when I have to sit there and go, okay, so what are you into? What do you like? Oh, you like Star Wars? You like Star Wars. You like maybe War Tech? What was it? Not War Mech. BattleTech. I mean, yeah, in that case, original Gundam, Macross might be up your speed, although Macross is a little more whimsical. But Gundam and Zeta Gundam, even with their new type bullshit, sometimes I say new type bullshit, but I love new type. I love the whole new type thing. I will not lie about that. Doesn't have a problem with me. It's like Dr. You are almost saying Dr. Printing Taste. That's kind of where I'm at, though. It's just I don't make blanket recommendations for shows. It's just I need to know what you're into as a person, and then I can start thinking about what I would recommend you check out. Because I know a lot of anime. Boy, do I know a lot of anime. But it's like, it depends. Like, say you're really, really into Dungeons and Dragons. There's a lot of anime you can check out, but the primary one you should really look at is Record of Lodoss War. Because that is literally D&D, the anime. It might not have the license, but it's D&D, the anime, and everything but name. Definitely watch Lodoss War if you're into Dungeons and Dragons. That's an easy recommendation. And then, of course, we get into the weird recommendations where it's like, okay, so hold on. Do you like Dungeons and Dragons and Gundam? Do you like Dungeons and Dragons and Gundam? Boy, do I have a show for you! Yes, Delicious in Dungeons is another good recommendation, Velocip, for people who like not just D&D, but just RPG, like fantasy RPGs in general. You like fantasy RPGs? There's plenty of shows for you. Do you like your fantasy RPGs to be a little more darker and fucked up? There's shows for you. Might introduce you to Goblin Slayer or even Berserk if you're interested. You got options there. You got stuffs. Recommendations are easier to make when you know who you're asking about stuff. I don't mind, Billy. You don't. Why are you asking me for permission? Am I your dad? I'm not your dad. First show is next gen. No. Yeah, no, I got started in Star Trek with the OG series, but that was only because I caught it on reruns, obviously. You know what? This is gonna sound really dumb. Do you guys know what the first episode of OG Trek I ever caught was? Everything seems on edge for some reason. Could it be these things? But do you know what the first one I ever watched was? The Gorn. It was the Gorn episode. And because I am a lover of trash cinema, even as a kid, I was all over that. Lady, you gotta stop buying these things. Look at this. I don't know why I feel so irritated, Lady. By the way, you have a gold bar with you. If you like, I'll buy it from you. Yeah, sure. But yeah, nah, I got into Star Trek with a real classic right there. Something's wrong with my husband. He used to be so serious and hardworking. He completely changed. Okay, these are fine. Bah, I'm fed up with this shop. Want to buy something? We'll go somewhere else. I'm gonna find an easier way to... Give me my sword, you bastard! Fine. Hello. Welcome. Hey there, you saved my life back in that dungeon. Thank you. I was able to start this shop thanks to you. Something's wrong with the city, but I'll keep working like a beaver. Here to buy something? See, he actually has stuff. Leaf sword. +4. I don't want that. Look, my daddy really started a shop. It's so cool. First Steps was a rerun of Mirror Mirror. Oh, that's a nice one. That's awesome. I love stories like that. Oh, look at that. He was blocking a door. Sun medallion obtained. My big sis is picking on me. I wish my runner would just disappear. Wow, things are getting shitty out here. I defeated the water wizard. I'm so glad you're doing so well. Take a look at my wares. What do you got? Holy cow, that's a lot for a lot. Don't work yourself too hard. I'm gonna need more money to purchase that. You want to say we can do man? That rules. And I do enjoy Trek. It's been a long time since I've watched any on a regular basis, but I do really love Trek. I don't have enough money to buy anything yet. I might need to go take a look around and see if I can find anything. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. Alright. Let's see what happens. Random Tarzan trailers. Oh, that was a fun thing to check out. Alright, what's gonna happen? Oh, he went spiky? This is amazing! Pepe logo has grown! It's like a cat bird! Look at him! Oh, and my animation changed too! That is really cute. Oh, I can't move while holding him anymore. Huh! What's going on? The men shirk their duties. Palace security is growing weak. foot in the palace. Yeah, I saw what he said, Billy, about Romeo and Juliet. I didn't watch it. So his friends introduced me to the show. She didn't watch TV much outside of vicariously to them. But yeah, the Tarzan trailers were a fun thing to look up. I really enjoyed finding those. There's a few of them I definitely want to watch because I have no experience with Tarzan stuff myself outside of the obvious Disney flick. I've seen that. That's pretty obvious, but I finally looked through some of these, and I definitely gotta watch them. That Christopher Lambert one, I need to see. Oh, the Queen looks pissy. The Queen seems to be in quite a sour mood. I wonder why. Oh, still playing Adventurer, are we? Forget about what I asked you before. I don't care anymore. For now, let's just enjoy ourselves. Oh, these stupid Pepe Logu things, I'm telling you. You have a TNG figure. Lots of stuff that I had as a kid didn't make it to adulthood either. Billy, I haven't seen any Tarzan film. I said that. Why do I even bother speaking? When someone says they haven't seen something, that usually means I haven't seen something. Although I was kind of blown away by the fact that there was a Casper Van Dien Tarzan movie. That made me go, okay, I'm gonna have to watch that one too. Get out of my way! Today's menu includes Sepoya. Yeah, oh, is that? I hear the Queen doesn't like it though. Why the fuck are you making it? Maybe George of the Jungle. Had a figure of Yar when we lived at license. The Playmates had Data, Geordi, Cisco, and Dax. Man, that would have been cool if I could have gotten Star Trek figures as a kid. Monsters have it. Yeah, okay. So that's still normal. So, obviously these Pepe Logu things are affecting people's moods in some way. Paid to have a mother that worked at Kmart sometimes? Yeah. Sounds like it. There's a potion in here, right? I can have that. Yeah. I'm gonna want that. Your brother literally just climbed up off screen. Where'd he go? His bunk bed. We sleep in bunk beds, dude. Okay, I love the idea that he just climbs up off screen. Like this little square you guys see here is all that exists of my room. Good day. Behind the table is a cooking tree. Cataclysm Falls land, and heroes shall appear to battle the Dark Ones for a short peace. Asha almost dozed off. Eleonora's Magicopedia. Too difficult to read. Jones' biography. Yeah, we read this one. Can I read another book from this one? Okay, yeah. I like the little bits of personality we get from the character here. That's cute. I can ask the strongest potion. My potion is too strong for your Charlotte. You can have weaker potions. I found pee. Huh? I don't understand what you mean, you absolute 12-year-old. I continue to be baffled. mini game. Mystery Meat, that mini game. Ah. Okay.
No! You are too drunk!
I love it when people accidentally trigger one of those. Would you like to save the machine gun? Okay. Alright, well then. That means it's time for the next temple. Come along, friend. I can trust you, right? I can trust the blue Peppa logo. It's all those yellow ones that are bastards. It's snowing in the desert. And we have ice physics. Fuck. I need more money so I can go buy a better sword. I can deal with having lesser endurance, but I need to be able to,
Shinji, you must pilot the robots.
no, potions also
I'm
not yet, but
Shinji, you fucker!
here we go. Oh! That's gonna have to do it, isn't it?
You're gonna have to use the slide ice physics journey.
I don't think the ice physics will let me jump high enough.
With that guy.
I can't move while I'm holding him. He's too big. He's too fat.
Can you maybe use the downwards sword attack?
No.
That...
Wow! Who are you? Ah! Stop! Close as I can get, okay. That's how I get past that. Alright, we're going back to town. Oh, for the love of, this may be my job, but I'm getting sick of repeating myself. Take me as selling your gold bars. Take me out some time. Somewhere really swanky. Just kidding, still. One needs an oasis in a hard life adventure. Back to the city, right? Yep. I gotta go buy a better sword and heal myself up. It's already 2 in the morning. I don't think we'll have time for a new dungeon, actually. I think I might need to call it and we can pick this up next month, essentially. Next month, I'm going to have to do some catch-up on Wonderboy, because we have several half-finished adventures that I think we should actually return to and finish. I could technically try to do the rest of them this month, but there's more stuff I want to jump in on. But I think next month we should actually finish some of the Wonderboy stuff we've started here. That would be, I would want to finish up Dragon's Trap. I should do that next month. I don't know if we'll do more of Wonderboy in Monster World because we only just started that one and that one might take a while. I can still try it. I can put another stream into it and see what happens. This one, we're a fair bit into. We've done 2 of the big temples, so this one I can definitely come back and do more of next month. Let me check some stuff around here, because yeah, it is already 2 in the morning. I've been on for About 5 hours, even though the timer says it's been an hour, almost 2 hours. Fucking I am still really annoyed that everything went off. That was really annoying. But yeah, it's getting late. People are gonna start dropping out because it's late. So I should probably look around and see what else there is. Let's see. Do I have any friends online right now? Yeah, because Neon didn't go live tonight. Looks like Abby just beat. It looks like Abby just beat Castlevania 4. That's cool. I could raid into her. That could be nice. Obviously, people who don't want to be there for the raid can jump out. On the other hand, maybe I don't want to raid anybody because you know the double-edged part of raid could raid you. You're going live in like 10 minutes. Oh, that's a good idea. The thing about raiding people is that then you have to think about, well, I'm gonna have to sit there for a while because you raided in and it's polite. And like, I like Abby, but it's just one of those things where it's like, is that what I want to do the rest of my day or not? I'm not trying to make her feel bad or anything. It's just one of those things where I have to consider it. She's a good person. I enjoy her streams, but I don't know. Definitely rate Pete. What are you doing tonight? What movie did you want to riff? I didn't see that. And I haven't been to any of your shows in a while, man, so I should actually jump in on that. What are you doing? Dark Drive, random 97 sci-fi flick based on a few comments. Might contain some of the inspiration for the make. Oh, yep. I want to watch that. All right. Yeah. 11:30. Oh man, you're riffing some movie called Dark Drive from 1997. Ah, sounds cool. Dude, I haven't been around your shows lately anyway. I should do that. I really, really need to open up that. You know what? Quite frankly, I'm almost to the point where I wonder if I can't just. It'll be a super obvious, super painful edit. But I'm so lazy at this point, I kind of just want to jump into the one instance of ass I missed in, Ninja Scroll and just black the entire screen out for like a second, because, annoying. I should have done it, but I've been so busy that I haven't just opened the file again, because I know that once I finish editing the file, I'm gonna have to, once I edit the file, I'm gonna have to, what is it? I'm gonna have to wait for it to render, right? And then I have to check over everything again. So that's another time commitment. I need to get it done though so we can riff it. And we'll have to decide what we're riffing it with, because I feel like Fist of the North Star is an obvious one, but we could maybe try to figure out something else as well. Like that's sort of thing we'd have to think about. But the show I've been meaning to do with you for a while, so I should figure it out. Well, okay. Probably done with this. Let me see what else is on here real quick. I have a bunch of other, like, random Sega games. So what do I have for Wonderboy? I mean, these are all obvious things. What if I back out of here? Before I do that, I'm gonna quickly make a backup in case something doesn't work the way I want it to. Here we go. Let me check some stuff out. Megazone Part 3. Why would we riff Megazone Part 3 with Ninja Scroll? Dude, you just want to see me complain at Megazone 2-3 Part 3. What is your obsession? You haven't watched it. Why do you want me to rewatch it? I don't do hate watches, you know that. What do I got in here? Oh, hold on. This would be a cool one. Because Pete's going to have to leave in a bit to start a show, but this one would be cool. So, this right here is a beat-em-up that Wes donated. It's not great. It's not a great beat-em-up, but it has a vibe to it. It can be fun. So, if you ever wanted to play kind of a subpar knockoff of Final Fight, this is a fun one to look at. And yeah, by Westone, makers of Wonderboy. New York. Chief! The boss man's still in the Dragon Zone. That is not how you spell where. Where's that warrant you promised? What are you talking about? We got him right where we want him. Hawk. real troublemaker, ain't ya? I pulled all my men off the case. Take some fatherly advice. Stay out of the Dragon Zone. But go home while you still got the chance. Okay, Chief, we got the message. Hawk, it's over. No, I'm going in alone. Dragon Zone must be destroyed. Huh? What for? Because they kidnapped King. I have to get her now. If I don't, it may be too late. Chill out, dude. You're not going alone. 'Cause I'm coming with you. Are you sure? Yeah. Pull it out and fight it. Yeah. Thumbs up for reassurance. Fuck yeah. I love something. Ryan Gosling the game. They kidnapped Barbie. Alright, so this is Riot Zone. Yeah, we'll just leave this all normal. Yeah, see? Hudson Soft and West Stone. Same guys made Wonderboy. So we can be Hawk or Tony. I'm gonna be Hawk because he's Cody / Axel. Sadly, not a two-player game. The arcade version, Riot City, is two-player, but it's different. It's a little different. So here we go. Let's begin. Round 1, start. And as you guys can see, it is just Final Fight. I love that walk cycle. That walk cycle is amazing. It's played by Vernon Wells. I'll put some respect on that name. Please mention Final Fantasy Streets of Rage, and quite a perfect one. You walk like You do walk like RoboCop. Now I love 90s beat 'em ups. Like you all know beat 'em ups are like my main genre. That's my favorite thing. Even ones that aren't great, like this one, they're fun. I enjoy them. And yeah, when I say they're not great, I mean this one, it controls how it looks. It's the best way I can put it. Its name is literally just Fats. It's very stiff and kind of clunky, but it works. Pretty boy. Oh, these names are amazing. Ow. Camera. King Cool. Wait a second. Do my fists sound like gunshots? Hold on. Oh my god, my fists sound like gunshots. I recall that the music in this is really good, too. Sent. I should be wearing my shirtless vest for this. What am I doing? Is this the first beat 'em up I'm playing this year? Is the first beat 'em up of 2025 Riot Zone? Is that how we're doing things tonight? Just wasting the last extra 10 minutes before Pete's show so I can show off the third-rate Final Fight knockoff that Westone made. Because I know Pete will get a kick out of it. Yeah, the arcade version's, it's a thing, it exists. And it is 2-player, so it's something we can play on Fightcade, I bet. I'll have to look and see what's on there. That is actually, I think, my one big complaint about this one is just the lack of a 2-player mode. And yet, I would still play this over the Super Nintendo version of Final Fight. Why? Because the music's better. Man, Capcom botched the first port of Final Fight so bad. At least we got the awesome Sega CD version. That version rules. It's a PC Engine game, Billy. That's why it's giving you those vibes. It's a PC Engine game. Fuck. It's not a 2-player game. Why do you keep asking questions already? You do this just to annoy me, I swear to God. It's a 1-player game. I said that already. It's my one issue with the game is that it's 1-player. And the arcade game it's based off of is 2-player, but it also looks different enough that I would honestly say that the arcade version is a different game. Yeah, the Super Nintendo version is where they replaced Roxy and Poison. The synth sample is just prime. I love it. Oh my gosh, it is so easy to get the shit pummeled out of you in this. I think in the arcade version, the characters you can play as in there is that they actually are wearing a vest or something, so they don't look entirely like Cody knockoffs. This guy literally just looks like Cody. Actually, no, you know what? He has the body of Cody, but he has the head of Axel from Streets of Rage, but without the, Oh, of course, now you give me health. Stupid fucking game. I think we got an extra life. Hell yeah. There you go, you guys got a Westone bonus. Oh my gosh. This is the sort of music I love hearing. Oh. Hell yeah. Twister! Oh my gosh, is that actually your... That is actually your get out of jail card. Twister! Fuck yes! Woo! This is so fun. I love beat 'em ups, guys. I really do. Round 2, start. We have new enemy types. Little Sam, Jim Bob. Oh hey, this is from the arcade game. Okay, cool. I remember this stage. Now I'm a fan of that beat 'em up intro too. It's one I really enjoy making. Oh my gosh, this music. Whoa! Lucky Luke coming in with a slide kick. This is fun. There's a human skull back there. Bad shit goes on here. You guys believe this is by the guys who did Wonderboy? Even they were not immune to trying to cash in on the trends of the time. This bit right here with the guitar and the synth is so good. I love hearing stuff like this. Oh shit. Of course she has JoJo-sama laugh. Hey guys, I think we found poison. Keep trying to start a new show, that's where you all went. Couldn't wait for me to raid, could ya? Round 2 clear. I think that's gonna be enough for now, though. Just playing 2 rounds. Oh man. Oh. It's some good stuff. Okay. Wait, I'm trying to pause the game. Pushing start also uses your super. I never would have guessed. Alright. Let me jump back to the face cam mode now that we've reached the end of our show for the evening. Ugh. It'll switch over eventually. I'm sure. Ugh. Alright, everybody. I'm willing to bet half of you already left to go join Pete's stream. Anyway, I will go ahead and raid you out for the night. I don't have anything else to say. If anybody's even in the chat listening, I guess I'll just say, come back on Sunday for Adventure Island night. Because, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to be doing Adventure Island. Gonna be just jumping around, checking out the whole series as much as I can, for the fun of it. And after that, let me think. Yeah, Sunday will be Adventure Island, which means then I can do the PC Engine ports on that Wednesday, which leads into the 26th, where I'll be playing Draken for January. Yeah, that seems like it all ties together fairly nicely. I can be happy with that. Ugh. Now then, let me get the raid going so we can get out of here. It's gonna be watching some sort of movie. That should be fun. Yeah. Now that I got the raid going, I can just tell y'all thank you for watching. This has been Quinn Michael from Shaggy Field Studios, Channel 14 WNBI TV, where we're high on retro junk. Like it or not, I'll be back next time. And now it's time to go chill out and watch a movie with Pete. This is gonna be interesting. Welcome to Intro Roulette, or Outro Roulette, where we see if the outro will even run. Oh, look at that, it's actually running. Awesome. Good night, everybody. Still here? It's over. Home. Go.